owns it.
Just like Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When Kanye came out with his shoe, he owned 100% of the shoe.
All right.
You know, because they didn't think it was going to sell, but it ended up selling. So now he got
Everybody want a
100%
piece.
ownership. Now everybody want a piece of his shoe.
Isn't that crazy? And that was just a new
He
concept.
said Yeezys is a $3 billion industry.
Yeah.
He's a rap dude.
And
$3
ain't got
billion.
No money. Ain't got no money. He was borrowing money from other rappers and entertainers.
Yeah, that's crazy how like, and that's what you were just talking about. Like that wealth can be gone in a minute, dude.
But
Doesn't
he
even
gets
matter
it
how
back.
big.
Like I said, don't get me wrong, he got it back.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
he lost his money. I don't know how, but hey.
Especially with his wife, too. Like I didn't get that.
That's where I think that's where the money's coming from.
So what do you think about his new music and all that kind of stuff? And
I haven't heard the album. I talked to a friend of mine about it the other day. What I think about Kanye is that I think Kanye is in the wait a minute stage. It's like before you go the right way, when you're in the wrong way, you're right in the middle of the wrong way and you go, wait a minute. You have not yet discovered the right way. Right. You are currently not even going the right way. Right. But you're right in the middle of the wrong way and you go, wait, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah. To me, that's where Kanye is at. He's just famous. So we're all watching him in his wait a minute stage. Right? And so now he's like,
I see it.
So then you go through that stage where everything you swallow, now you don't want to swallow nothing. Everything that was acceptable, now nothing is acceptable. I'm anti everything that I used to be pro. Right? And so anything that's counter culture, anything that's counter normal, he's whatever's counter normal, right? But you can't base your path on, you can't say everything is wrong, so whatever everything is, I'm gonna just do something different. No, because that'll put you in a whole different lane. That's still the wrong lane. That's called anarchy. You know what I mean? No, what you need to do is you need to ask what's right and then start aiming for what's right. You see what I'm saying? And he's not there yet. He's kind of like a lot of things he says, he's right. The things he says are correct. But what he says is he says something right and then he says, so therefore, and then when he comes to the,
I'm going to do this.
So there, when he does the so therefore, it's like, whoa, wait, I don't know. No, not that part, Kanye. Yeah. Right? Like, he knows this culture is anti-God. You're right. So, I'm going to start a Sunday service. No. I understand, but no. Because his association with God is gospel singing and Sunday service. So in his mind, if you're going to go the God direction, you got to get the gospel singing and the Sunday service. Let's go. We're going for God now. He doesn't realize, no, that's not God. That's a form of godliness. So what I'm doing is I'm watching him turn away from evil. Right. And he's going through the still evil, but it's not the evil. Right. This is not the evil, but it's still evil. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering, is he gonna turn it on? You know how you see a movie and they on the little thin cliff and they got the car and the car is on two wheels and everybody's going, oh, because they don't want the car to go off the cliff. That's why I see Kanye on two wheels and I'm like, come on, man, turn the steering wheel. Because it's so much against him. It's the fame, it's the success, it's the meds, because he's on meds, right? It's all of the influence of all the popular gospel people who are now like, yeah, Kanye, let's do the Christian music thing. You know, Kirk Franklin. Dude, get away from Kirk Franklin. Get the heck away from Kirk Franklin. But, you know, in Kanye's mind, he's a music dude. Who's he going to look? Oh, Kirk Franklin. He's, all right? Yeah. So I'm looking at all that, right? Like, man, all of that, Yahweh can cover all that. I'm just rooting. Come on, Yahweh, get him, yeah. Grab his hand. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, your wife is Kim Kardashian? Is
that whole family, dude?
What is this? What's going on here? Is this the prelude to an epic fail? Or is this the prelude to a miracle? Because if you came up with Jay-Z and Kim Kardashian is your wife, there's a lot of hellboundness in that. So he looks like he's rising up above it. And it almost looks like he's influencing Kim.
Yeah.
Kim is now known more for activism than showing her booty on Instagram.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
And she supports him. Like,
right?
Yeah.
So many things he says is true. But Kanye crazy at the same time. So the craziness keeps slipping out like, hey man, no, don't say that.
Right.
You see what I mean?
I do.
But at the same time, you want to say, Kanye, you're not going about it the right way. But then you're telling someone who's more successful than you've ever been that they're going about something unsuccessfully.
Stop, dude.
So that Kanye will go, time out, Jeff. Do you suggest I do things your way so that I can end up like you?
Oh my God.
And then I'd be like, okay, Kanye, you got go ahead, man.
That's funny. No, the owner of the company did that to me before. You gonna tell me how to run my business? Do you have any businesses? Do you owe any money? Have you done anything? Like, yeah, actually, no. You're right.
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. I digress. You're right.
My friend Tank.
That's crazy. No, that's
It's interesting, man. You know, I'm rooting for him. You know, I wonder, because I'm accustomed to righteousness being like the wet blanket being put over it. So why are they allowing Kanye to get so much camera time if he's genuine? Is it because the power of Yahweh is at work here? Is that what's going on? Yahweh is doing something and he's breaking through. Is that what it is? Or is this another gimmick? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen things that say, man, that looks kind of real. And I've seen other things that say, man, that looks kind of gimmicky. So I hope that he breaks through, man. But at the end of the day, there's only one way.
Yep.
There's only one way. If there's a second way, then the whole religion about one way is a farce.
Right.
If there's a second way, then the whole one way thing is bogus. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if there's only one way, then at some point, Kanye got to come face to face with the Torah.
Yeah.
You got to come face to face with it.
Because it's on the way.
Is he moving that direction? Yeah. He's turning away from wickedness. He's looking at the Messiah. He's looking at the fakeness of both the secular community and the religious community. These are all steps that I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wonder if he's going to go all the way. You know what I mean?
See,
Is that possible? Could such a thing happen? We serve a God that can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
He can save Kanye? Yeah, he can save Kanye. Man,
He might fall hard afterward, but it's like, that's the thing is, if we're watching and we see him actually go there and then we see him martyred basically, what does that do for our faith and the faith of others that are on the way?
Man.
You know?
Wow.
Like Yahweh's purpose for him may not be to be successful in this culture and, you know, make some changes like that.
On
But
his
to
interview,
actually
they said, are you
change
worried
the-
about cancel culture? He said, dude, I've already been canceled a bunch of times. I constantly get canceled. Because one thing that you can say about Kanye is he is genuine to the core. He don't know how to shut up.
right.
If Taylor Swift wins an award, Kanye West will get on the stage on camera and go, I'm sorry, Taylor, give me the mic. Beyonce had the best album of the year. I'm sorry. To walk off the stage. He actually did that.
Yeah. He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back when George Bush was president, they was looking at the Katrina thing. They were talking about Katrina, and Kanye grabs the mic and says, George Bush don't like black people. There you go. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you say that? That's where he was.
Wow.
All right.
So he don't have a problem saying stuff that people go, no, don't say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, even politically, man, Jay-Z and Beyonce was all Hillary. Kanye and Jay-Z was like this.
Yeah.
Kanye put on the red hat like, let's make America great again. Jay-Z fell out. He's like, I don't care. I'm not going to vote for who you think I should vote for because I'm black. That's racism.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Dang.
Wow, he's right.
Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
I don't want to hear that. Why
See, I never knew him or kind of what's going on, so hearing all these things is weird for me. Because, like, you know, I always imagine, like, these public figures and celebrities doing these, you know, things, making churches or something like that is just like a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they're
Something's
not a
going on
genuine,
with
they're not a genuine person. They're just
Right.
playing the game, and this is just part of the game that they're playing.
Something's
But
going on
maybe
with
they're,
this dude.
yeah, like maybe
I don't
you're
know
right.
what.
Yeah.
But something is literally going on. With
Wow.
him. Like, it's funny because he's taking his impression of righteousness and he's starting there.
Yeah.
So when he first did a Sunday service thing, he had everybody wear white. So now you got all these people in white singing and waving their hands, and it looks like a cult.
Oh man, you see it? They're all in a circle.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
So then he says,
Yeah,
so there's this rap group called A$AP Rocky, because Kanye knows that everybody loves. And this is the funny thing. Everybody hates Kanye because he's anti-culture. Like everything black people think is the right way. Kanye, like, no, not necessarily. So black folks starting to hate Kanye.
Yeah.
But Kanye is so good at what he does to where they can hate him all the way up until the music starts.
I was.
And then they got to bow down and go, he's a genius.
Man, you know what? I was just gonna ask you about that.
Yeah,
dude,
right.
'cause-
So everybody who doesn't like him say Kanye tripping, man. I mean, in the studio, he's a genius, but and then they go back to what he said. So what happens is Kanye decides to seek after righteousness. So he does the music thing with the right. A$AP Rocky, which is a popular rap group, the dude gets out of jail because he went to jail out of town for some crazy stuff, out of the country. He comes back and he says, I'm standing there and all my white, and everybody's in all their white, and A$AP is sitting there in his regular clothes. And he goes, man, we look like a cult. No more white stuff. Right? Just like that.
For real?
Yeah. He's like, thank you, A$AP, for bringing me. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. So what's happening is he's trying stuff.
He's making adjustments as he's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what were we doing
Exactly.
on our way to Torah?
Exactly. So I'm
That's
like,
weird.
It looks very familiar.
Yeah.
It looks very familiar.
Yeah.
And he's very confident. And ultimately, his theme is, I love God. I love Jesus. So whatever that is, wherever that takes me, I guess that's where I'm going to go. And he's very adamant, like, even if you're not asking him, Kanye, what you think the Lakers are going to do? I love God. I love Jesus. That's all that matters. That's Kanye. I'm not lying.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was annoying
He's
people like that
obnoxious.
initially.
He's obnoxious. Right?
They try to talk to me and then I like bring it up. They're like, "Can we talk about what I'm talking about though?" Too.
You know?
Yeah.
And so he talks about, like, he did this album called The Life of Pablo. And he explains some things that's crazy because he said when he was 5 years old, he came across his uncle's dirty magazines. And he said it impacted him so much that all his life, he's always had that element in his creativity. There always had to be something raunchy, something pornographic. So in every album, right, there's always something raunchy. Something like out the clear blue, he'll just say something real porno. Like, where'd that even come from? And he's like, that was his crutch. That was his. He felt like that had to be part of it. Like, so he did an album called The Life of Pablo. But in The Life of Pablo, he got a chick and a G-string on the cover. And in his mind, I'm making a gospel album, right? And when you listen to The Life of Pablo, you can kind of see. I can kind of see why you thought this would. Not really, but yeah, based upon what you did over here. And he's looking back and he's going, that wasn't no gospel album. I don't know what I was thinking. How could this possibly be a gospel album? And he's checking his own self. Wow. So now he's done this new album. I haven't even listened to it yet. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I know what I'm hearing. I'm going to hear somebody who probably is a little further along than where he was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. But where is he going with this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of things he says is true. But the conclusion to what he says, the conclusions be kind of, that don't match what I read. Maybe you got to give him a little more time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just give me a little more time, because if he's truly seeking God, God has guaranteed that he'll make himself known and reveal himself. Guaranteed.
He's actually like calling out pastors that they're wrong. Like, so I know, like, in a sense, he's reading.
Yeah.
Because it's for him to call out a popular pastor.
You have to be reading.
He
your
went
Bible.
to a church that he was attending, then called out that pastor.
No.
Yeah, like,
Uh-oh.
how did you go to that church? You know what I'm saying?
But then he turns around and does his Sunday service at Joel Osteen's church.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
He's,
Maybe he figured that was a platform.
Probably so.
and even if it is it worth the compromise?
Right.
He's
Maybe
at
he'll
that
look
stage-
back on that later and be like, what was I doing with Joel Osteen?
You know what I mean?
You know?
Who's to say?
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, whatever he's doing it on a way bigger scale than me. So let me watch.
But you do have a song called Chick-fil-A, so if you do listen to it, there is a song called Chick-fil-A.
Closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yep. Because in his mind state right now, Sunday is the God day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's treated like the Sabbath to a lot of people, and it probably
Exactly,
is to him.
right.
So.
Yeah. So then I'm just wondering, and it's like I've been so many times wanting to write him. I could get to Kanye if I really wanted to, because I know some people that know him.
I'm gonna say, could you get him at this table?
You know? Mm-hmm. Because
You have to know what to do with him if you got him at this
Yeah,
table.
he's gonna be wild.
It's not that I wouldn't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
I would just do the same thing. Hey, let's open this book. Let's see
Yeah,
what's
I
in
was
there.
gonna
At
say
the end of the
exactly.
day, it's not about
what we're
your
doing right
authority,
now.
your credibility. Oh, well, you doing this thing? It's like, it's not about what you're doing. It's about what's in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be one of the questions. I say, look, we got this book. How much of what's going on with you is committed to the content of this book?
Yeah.
Is it 50-50? Is it 100 all or none? Where are you at? If is this the answer? Is this book the bottom line? Is this the final say so? And if you say yeah, let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's just read and let's compare what the book say versus what we see. You know? And basically the same thing, man, because there's so many statements like Solomon. Solomon was a rich dude like Kanye.
Yeah.
Solomon had a lot of success like Kanye. A lot of stuff Solomon said he's experienced, Kanye's experienced. Solomon said at the end of the day, it's all vanity. It's all like chasing the wind. At the end of the day, fear Yahweh, keep his commandments. Drop the mic.
Yeah.
Can you make a song about that, Mr. Kanye? What do you think about that? And if keep his commandments is it, then what are the commandments? Is that what's being taught? Kanye is that dude who, if he sees something ain't right, he'll be like, yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're right. This ain't this. And the fire has been lit.
And he might be the next prophet preaching repentance to the nation.
Who knows? Who knows?
He's talking with, maybe he'll sit down with the president and try to influence him to make some changes.
And if they said, who's gotten to this guy, we going to all point at Dwayne. Like, Dwayne did.
Yes, Dwayne.
He's the guy.
He brought him up. Jeffrey got an idea. He sat down with Kanye.
I know, right?
Can you
Yeah, like,
imagine?
I got a friend. You know EP?
No.
Yeah. My friend EP, you know Keenan.
I heard of it. Man.
Keynote.
Oh, yeah. Keynote.
Yeah, EP Keynote, they was all Kanye's musicians. When Kanye was doing his stuff with the game and all that,
Yeah.
they were working with Kanye hand in hand. You know what I mean?
What?
So it's not like I couldn't catch him some kind of way if I really worked at it. But what I realize is right now there's a big old crowd of people at Kanye's front door with their Bibles going, Kanye, I can help you.
Yep.
I thought the same thing. I actually thought.
Let me help you, Kanye.
I actually thought, like,
Right.
I wonder who's like gonna be his like mentor.
So what I figure is I want to write him a letter or send an email. And that's that. If something come back, then it was meant to be. If nothing come back, then nothing come back. Leave it that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm committed to the one who can knock down all the barriers.
Yeah.
Man, you can't stop him.
The message he wants Kanye to get is the message that he's going to make sure he gets.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So
interesting stuff, man.
that is interesting.